You are listening to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast with your host, licensed massage therapist, Kyle Pleasant. Here, we will be discussing topics on health and wellness, as well as self-improvement, and his experiences as a legally blind massage therapist. And now, here's your host, Kyle.
Hello, and welcome to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast. I am your host, Kyle Pleasant. So now, summer has started, and we're all finally kind of coming out of our caves, either from recovering from COVID, or just the fact that, the weather is now getting pretty warm in a lot of places. We're finally being able to kind of get out and explore our world and get some of that vitamin D in the sun, going to the beach and traveling. For me, like many of us, now that we're kind of getting out and getting active, we start to thinking about maybe losing a little weight, so that we can kind of get our bodies ready for beach weather. And here lately, I've been looking at like different diets online, and one thing that I've noticed is there's definitely no shortage of information when it comes to losing weight and dieting. And of course, anything that you look at, pretty much, like you may go to one website and it says that the keto diet is great, and you might go to another website that say intermittent fasting is great, and there's really no shortage of information and opinions about what's the best diet or the best way to lose weight. But, the ultimate goal here is to maintain a healthy lifestyle with specific goals in mind, where we might want to lose weight or lower cholesterol or have more energy or, eliminate fatigue or whatever. There's the ultimate goal is the healthy lifestyle, to be healthier, to live longer, but we might have specific goals in mind. And it got me to thinking about how that might be when we think about religion. And just like in a diet, we have different cultures, and we have people that have different allergies to certain foods. Gender plays a role in how we diet, and body type plays a role in that, and there are some people that have a high metabolism. So all of these factors biologically can affect what diet might be best for us. And the same thing can be said about religion. There are no shortage of religions out there for different people, and we all come from different cultures and different lifestyles and different belief systems. And it's important to know that just like a diet, there's no diet that's going to work the same for everyone else, because we're all different. We all have different biologies and backgrounds. And when it comes to religion, there's, religion itself is about a relationship to spirit, to, your higher power, or God, or Buddha, or, whatever it is that you want to call that higher power. Our relationship to it is going to be different. From my relationship with my wife is going to be different from somebody else's relationship with my wife. And my relationship to God is going to be different from somebody else's relationship to God. And so therefore, we must be mindful about how we practice our religion or our belief system, and make sure that it doesn't necessarily infringe on somebody else's. Of course, it's natural, it's human nature that whenever there's a particular diet that works out for us. Like if I was doing ketogenics and I lost a lot of weight on it, well, the natural inclination there is to go out and say, hey, to Aunt Gertrude, hey, guess what? I lost 10 pounds on this particular diet. Maybe it's something you might want to consider. And the other side to that coin is that, maybe ketogenics may work for Aunt Gertrude, and then again, it may not, because again, she's a different gender, and she might have a different metabolism, she might be a different body type, and so it's good to recommend certain things and to educate other people, but just being mindful that one size does not always fit all. And so there may be a religion that may bring me peace, but our certain specific religious practice may bring me peace, but not necessarily bring peace to somebody else, because their relationship to spirit is going to be different than mine. And so that's an important factor to keep in mind, is that we can certainly educate those around us and let people know what is bringing us peace in our lives. But the ultimate goal here, just like a healthy lifestyle in our physical life, we're wanting to have a healthy lifestyle in our spiritual life. And that may look different for everyone else. So just something to keep in mind there, that it is not all, religion is not necessarily an all size fits all, just like a particular diet. I've read once that Wayne Dyer's view on religion is that in religion, it's not about being Christian, but being Christ-like. Just like it's not about being Buddhist, but being Buddha-like. And so we must take responsibility for how we show up in the world and be a demonstration for what it is that our particular religion or belief system promotes. Does that belief system promote peace? And does that belief system bring peace to your life? Because ultimately, it's all about demonstration. And whatever is being demonstrated in your life, if peace is being demonstrated in your life, then that's going to be a religious practice or spiritual practice that's going to work for you. So that's just something to keep in mind, is because ultimately we all want peace in our lives. And if what you believe in, and if that spiritual practice brings you peace, then that's what's going to be right for you. And there's certain things that you can do in your spiritual practice, like meditation, or certain texts that you can read that might bring some kind of inspiration to you. And when you're inspired, you are in spirit. And if there is a specific practice, like meditation or reading a certain scripture, inspires you, then that's also going to help bring you to peace, because you're in spirit, and being in spirit brings about peace. But ultimately, it's about a personal relationship, because relationship with spirit is the most important thing. But not all religions are going to bring that same kind of relationship. Just like, as I say, my wife is my relationship, and that relationship might be different for someone else. So it's just something to think about. And another good spiritual practice is to count your blessings. And I just recently came out with a gratitude journal that gives you the opportunity to, write down each day things that you're grateful for. And that can be found, the link to that can be found in the show notes. And with that, I hope that something that I said today brings you in spirit. And with that, everyone have a pleasant day. Until next time, and any questions, podcast at pleasantspirit.com. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Pleasant Spirit Podcast. We hope you found today's show informative. Please take a moment to write a review. And if you want to reach out or have show ideas, you can email at podcast@pleasantspirit.com. You can also visit his website at pleasantspirit.com. If you are in the Portland, Oregon area, you can schedule a massage or one of his coaching services at pleasanttouchmassage.com. See you next time, and always be well.